In my head, it made a lot of sense for Steve to have one last match on his terms and go out on top like he did last year at WrestleMania. I think, they had a phenomenal showing, him and Kevin Owens. It
Yeah,
exceeded all
absolutely.
expectations. But now the question is, since it went so well, when do you cut it off? Do you want to do one more? And I'm sure that if the rumors are true, we've been told that he got a huge money offer from WWE, but he was not at the Raw 30th thing, and maybe you didn't want him there, so it is a bigger surprise if he does something at the Rumble. Do you think Austin comes back and faces Roman Reigns, like some of the reports earlier in the week from Sean Ross Sapp said?
I think if Steve thinks he can get himself in the kind of shape, because I don't think Steve would ever let himself be put in a position where to underperform. And it's a different kind of match with a guy like Roman for the title than it is for to wrestle Kevin. Does it make sense?
Yes.
That was a great match they had. And I'm a huge fan of Kevin Owen. Um, but that was a different situation than basically if it's for he and Roman, it's for the world championship. So that's it's kind of like me. People criticize me, but to me, I should get a pat in the back for even just trying to wrestle again.
Right.
It's in my heart. I would do it again, but I'm not. And I could be better than I was last time. But you just you don't want people to think oh, you broke. I mean, you hear that shit. I mean, how many times have we heard that?
Right.
You need some money. Really, I don't think so. Um, in this case, that definitely applies to these two guys. They don't need any money at all. So, I don't know. Taking that long a time off and then going out and having a champ. Steve would want to have a championship match,
Right.
and I don't know if he would ready to take spears and all that kind of stuff. I mean, I don't know the answer. I mean, first of all, he suffered a horrible, horrible injury that ended his career at the age of 39. I still, when I hear that, I'm mind boggling.
It is
How
crazy.
much money Steve Austin would have made if he could have kept wrestling. Oh my God. I mean, I think he still has all the buy rate histories. I mean, the biggest pay-per-views ever. I don't know about that, but I mean, I'm sure they're somewhere in there
Yeah. I
in
mean,
the top.
as the story goes, Hulk Hogan made Vince McMahon a millionaire and Steve Austin made Vince McMahon a billionaire. So
Yeah.
the creative that was leaked, Sean Ross Sapp said, maybe the idea was, or as I understand it, Sean reported it, that it was Austin versus Reigns. And then it turns out that Dave Meltzer heard something different. He heard perhaps it was going to be Austin versus Lesnar. But either way, Dave doesn't believe, I think, as we're recording, that either will happen. That doesn't look like it will happen because that's not really the creative that they started on Monday night. So it does sort of leave it up in the air. What will happen?
Let's just patch in Bruce right now.
So this weekend, man, Royal Rumble, lots of speculation. Is The Rock going to be there? Is Austin going to be there? Let's say Austin does show up. It feels like he's got to win the thing. Or I would imagine if he's in the Royal Rumble, he's going to win the thing. Would you rather see him wrestle Roman Reigns or would you rather see him and Brock Lesnar?
Oh God, I'd love to see either one. Um, I think it'd be easier for him to wrestle Roman
Yes.
than Brock. Brock is just, no matter how you get around it, he's just so damn strong and so physically gifted. I mean, he really is an extraordinary athlete. I mean, he probably has a 35 or 38-inch vertical jump. I mean, and he's incredibly strong. I don't know. I'd be it was only I'm only saying this because of Steve's neck issues. I think I'd be sitting there on the edge of my seat if he was wrestling Brock and had to take those suplexes and that.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't think anybody probably wants to see Austin take those suplexes, knowing what we know about his neck over the years.
Yeah, and that's not saying he wouldn't.
Oh, it's not necessary.
Yeah, I mean, it's like Steve is so successful in other branches of life, and he's way ahead of where I'm trying to get now, and I'm 20 years older than him, or 20.
Your point, what you're saying is he doesn't have anything to prove at this point. He's Steve freaking Austin.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. walk down the ramp, they play that music, and he damn near he'll steal the show without just promo.
Right.
I mean, what more can you do? And they probably pay him a lot of money for it.
Oh, there's no
God
doubt.
bless him.
No doubt. We know